सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. In the human birth, the human life, the happiness and problems is like two sides of the coin. In the human life, when we experience happiness, we feel blessed, we feel fortunate. Similarly, sometimes when we go through some problems or struggles, we feel that we are not blessed. Something bad is there. Sometimes we feel, oh, it is the punishment of the God. But actually, in the human life, the happiness or problems, this both is necessary. As we think, the problems are not just the problems. Most of the problems lead one to search wisdom. From that problem, there will be some message which you will get. So, problems are not just problems. Sometimes problems also like a boon. In most of the times, instead of learning from the happiness, you can learn more in the difficult times. You can learn about yourself. You can learn about the life. You can learn about your friends. You can learn about the world more than the happiness time. You can learn more about all these things when you face the difficult times. And another, the secret, the benefit of the problems is, it makes one to be perfect. What is the difference between problem and happiness? Happiness, when something brings comfort to us, when something brings the pleasure to us, either for the body or for the soul, we feel that is the happiness. That is something special for us. Similarly, problem. What we call as a problem, when there is something which we can't accept, when there is something which we can't handle, when there is something which creates the pain, all this called the problems or sufferings. So, for example, sometimes if one go through the problems, he will experience the pain of the problems. He will experience the pain of the problems. He will experience the bitterness in the problems. It makes him to think that he should not have that experience again in this lifetime. So, the problem brings knowledge here not to get or not to create that problem anymore. So, when we ask question to ourselves about the problem, why this problem is coming, the answer will be some karma from the previous life. Some actions, some bad actions, that what we create, what we did in the past life, knowingly or unknowingly, it follows one's soul in this life. So this is the answer for problems. It may be any problem. If anyone asks, what's the reason for this? The answer is, it's not really necessary. It must be created in this life. 99% it follows us from the past life. So once we realize this, our karma, our bad action is the cause of this suffering. And once we experience that suffering, then we will decide not to have that suffering anymore. It is the wish. It will be the wish for everyone. Oh, I learned. I experienced. I don't want that again. So once this comes in the mind, what will be the next step of this? What will be the next step that one will take? Once he decide, oh, I don't want any more trouble. I already experienced lots. I don't want. Once, if someone experiences this, what will be the next move? The next move is they decide not to do anything bad. So everyone wants to be good. The 90%, the reason for this decision is that they don't want anything bad. Because of this, everyone wants to be good. So once we experience the pain or suffering, no one likes that, no one treasures that. They doesn't want that again happen in that life. So they decide, oh no, why I had this? Oh, this is because of my past karma, previous karma, some bad karma, which creates this. So one will decide not to do anything bad karma in this lifetime. So in that way, he will not create any bad karma from this lifetime to next life or in this lifetime. So the decision, what makes one to be good is our suffering bring that wisdom. If we don't experience the problems, we don't think about this. Since we experience the pain of the suffering, we don't want that again in our life. So because of this, we are taking all the efforts which will prevent and protect us from the bad karmas. So here, to make such a strong decision of I am not doing bad anymore, the reason for this decision is the suffering. If we don't have the suffering, we never think of this. If someone asks the boon to divine, just give the happiest life in the ever. I should never experience any bitterness in my life, any problem in my life. Just, I want the life with the full of happiness, just happiness only. If someone has that boon means, what will be the result of that thing? The result of that thing is, because of this one person, everyone will suffer. Because you don't want anything pain, any sufferings or anything. So, and by the same time, you follow whatever comes in your mind. If you want to take something, if you feel it makes you happy, you will take it. So you don't bother about whether it creates suffering for others. Similarly, if you like to play with some animals in the wild, you just bring it from the jungle and put it in the cage and you will enjoy. But that animal will be suffer. So, if someone expect that their life should fill only with happiness, it means that they are causing troubles for everyone. There are two things Happiness is what we make ourselves. Another sort of happiness is to achieve everything we want, we think. In this, the second part is dangerous. If you want to achieve everything what you see means, then it creates karma. Because you will have the wish for others' things. It may be a life, material or anything. So it creates the suffering for others. So in the human life, as how we take the fortune as the blessings, similarly the problems also the blessings. You don't know why you are facing this. Behind this there may be the big truth. Divine want to burn your karma in this life itself when you are with the Divine. If you said, I don't want any karma in this lifetime, maybe it won't come now, but it will carry towards with you for next life. Because karma will not disappear. It is like the salt. You have to work on that to dissolve. What is that? You have to pour more water on the salt to make it dissolve. Without working on karma, it will not disappear. So if someone said, oh, I don't want karma in this lifetime means, maybe because of your prayers, the karma may postpone, but it will not disappear. So, when you are in spiritual path, when you are going through some problems, some challenges means that Divine is helping you to burn your karma in these ways with help and guidance of Divine. If you said, I don't want this, maybe you don't get this. When you have the next life, you will be here. It is not guaranteed you will have the devotion in that life. You may come again, but you don't have this devotion or the spiritual strength. But it is easily possible to dissolve our karma through the spiritual strength. When you are in the spiritual path, the wisdom what you gain, the knowledge what you gain, the strength what you gain, it makes you to accept and handle the problems. So, sometimes when problem comes, it is also because of Divine mercy. It's not always, Divine means have to give only good things. Sometimes the problem also can be the big message for us. For example, the child asking ice cream to the mother. If the child asks the ice cream to the maid, to the servant, she will just buy it. Because her intention is to make the child without crying. But when child asks that to mother, if child is in good condition, and if mother feel having the ice cream is safe, it will not create like something like a cold cough like that, then only she will get that ice cream. And if she felt it is not safe, maybe if the child is having some cold or something, she will not get that ice cream. At this stage, for a child, mother seems like a very tough. But here, even in the stuff, there is the mercy. It is not our intention not to make child happy. Since she loves the child more than anyone, she doesn't want the child to get into the big problem by having a small cup of ice cream which brings happiness for 1 hour or 2 hours. So here, mother is rejecting. Mother is not giving the ice cream. It's not mean that she doesn't love the child. It means since she loves the child, she doesn't want child to get into the problems. So she is saying, no, I will not give. So similarly, the problems what we go through in this life, it is also like this. So there is another example, like as someone told, like the mother and child. At that stage, the child, it felt it can't understand the mother. Oh, why my mother is doing this? The neighbor auntie is giving ice cream. Servant is giving ice cream. But mother is not giving. The child cannot understand the situation. But mother knows whether having the ice cream is good or not. If it is good, then she will give. If it is not, she don't give. It's not mean if she is not giving that she doesn't love you. It is also because of love. Because of that love, she is not giving the ice cream. So similarly, in spiritual path, we have the big list. I want this, 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 this. Out of the big list, sometimes if something has not happened, we feel, oh, my prayer is not answered, or I am not devoted enough to receive this. It's not like that. It means it's not necessary for you at this time. It's the meaning of that. So most of the time, when we are in spiritual path, you get more challenges than other times. Because when you are not in spiritual path, you will just follow your mind. You don't bother about dharma, karma, anything. But when you are in spiritual path, you will concern about every actions, words, thoughts. So, sometimes it seems difficult, but your path itself will bring the guidance and strength for that. So in spiritual life, it's not mean only your prayer is answered with a fortune, then you are blessed. Sometimes if your prayer is not answered, that is means also you are blessed. It also happen out of mercy, karuna, daya. The maid or servant will give the ice cream. She doesn't bother about the health. All her worries is about, she want to make the child without noise or crying anything. So for her it is easy to give ice cream and make the child quiet. But mother will not do this. Since mother loves the child very much, she will make sure, whether what she is giving or what child is asking, whether it is good or not. So in that way, in the human life, the problems also should be taken as a blessings. There will be some message which we don't know. So whenever we go through the problems, first we have to accept it. Because without reason, it will not come to us. Whatever is happening in our life, as someone told many times, good or bad, we are the cause for that. It's because of our karma. So when something happens, need not to be panicked. Just accept it. Why? Because you are the cause for that. Not others' action will reflect on you. It's your own action which you created in the past. It's the reflection of that. So just accept. The moment you accept, you get the strength to handle it. When you say, oh, no, 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 then the problem will be big. You will be small. When you accept something, that moment you get the strength to handle the problems. So accept the problems and then understand why this is coming. Why? What's the cause of this? First accept, Once you accept, then try to understand what's the cause of this. The cause is some karma in the past. So then, third, the solution for that. Again, have to do some karma again. Maybe the karma what we did in the past, it may be something bad. We don't know. Without knowing, maybe with ignorance we did it. But since we know this is from something bad karma, we have to do a good karma in this lifetime. So everyone, whoever is devoted to divine or whoever in the spiritual path, what makes them to come into the spiritual path? Just happiness? No. Everyone will have different types of problems. Someone will have the physical, someone will have the materialistic, someone will have the spiritual. So the problem brings everyone towards the divine. If there is no problem, if everything happen as we wish, did anyone turn towards divine? No. They all will be in their own world. So in their own world, that they do lots of bad karmas again. So, since we go through some little problems, it makes us to desire to receive the blessings of divine. So, the problem what we have, it may get solved in a month or two. But the path what we find because of this problem, it will stay with us forever. So which is the great now? The solution for the problem is great, or the path to solve our problem is great? Morgan? Yes. Because the path stays with forever. So if we don't have this experience, we never think about this path. So you have to thank to your problem, which leads you in the spiritual path. So in the human life, the struggling or problem, whatever it is, even that also comes with some meaning. It's not mean that it is like a curse or a punishment like that. No, even it has a big message. The searching in one, the need of one, the fear of something, wish of materialistic words, all this will take one towards divine, the name of the spiritual path. So when you are in spiritual path, whatever is happening, it all happened with meaning. Sometimes we don't understand, why this happened. But if you wait patiently, then you know the meaning for that, the answer for that, the reason for that. So, it is the blessings to have this human birth and to experience the both happiness and sufferings. Since we experience the bitterness, we can experience the sweet better than before. And we can identify the sweet is best. If you don't experience the bitter, you don't treasure the sweet. It's okay, it's a sweet. When you have some experience of hot, spicy, bitter, then your tongue will search for sweet. So, what makes you to treasure the sweet? The joy what you have from the sweet, the reason for this joy is the joy what we experience from the sufferings. It makes us to analyze, oh, this is good, this is very good. So I will go to this. So the pain is not really a pain. A problem is not really a problem. The problem itself is the lesson. It makes us to think, oh, I don't want this anymore. I have to find a path or a way, which leads my life without all this experience, bad experience. Then we are looking something for spirituality. So, for every search, in spiritual path, the reason will be some problems. So, we have to accept our problems, which shows the permanent path in our life, which is called spirituality. So in the human life, as Amma told, the happiness and suffering will be there as two sides of the coins. Sometimes we think this happiness is giving good. No. Sometimes the problem also will bring something good to our life. So, Amma bless you all to accept and understand the reasons for your problems, and important, another thing, as Amma told before, once you understand this is the reason for my problem, then it will make you to look forward towards the spirituality. So while you are there, just devote yourself, surrender yourself. It will bring the great joy and peace. Amma bless you all.